What's going on, guys? It's Andrew back for another video, and today we got a highly requested video. Going to be packed with tons of information, and it's going to be about how to actually ungate and get ungated for these big brands, what invoices to use, how to go about it, what websites to buy from. Everything that you will need from a basic standpoint all the way to intermediate will be in this video. I'm going to try and make it short and concise for you guys, so stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and let's go. Guys, what's up? I'm on my computer on Amazon, as you can see. So pretty much the goal that we are trying to accomplish is we're trying to convince Amazon that we are going to be a reputable seller. And basically, if you guys don't know what ungating is, you have to basically prove that to them. And how you do that is you buy a certain unit however many times Amazon tells you to do it. For example, Amazon will sometimes say, provide an invoice for 10 of said unit, or sometimes they will say, provide a invoice of 200 of said units. Saw what basically my search screen looked like. We're just going to be doing underwear, something really basic, socks, underwear, little soaps, fragrances, something that's cheap, because if you're going to be ungating and they're going to require you to spend, or to they're going to require you to get 100 units, that's going to mean you're going to have to spend quite a bit of money. So we're going to do Jockey, because for most people it actually might be an auto ungate, but Jockey is a great brand, great beginner brand. So let's hop right in. Now, as you can see, I'm on Target, and basically all I did right here was search for Jockey men's underwear. Don't worry, I know that the Amazon listing you just saw probably does not match any of this. It doesn't really matter. We're not looking to make money on this stuff. We are looking to ungate. So we're just going to go price low to high and then do that just to make sure we're going to be getting the the cheapest ungate possible. So there you go. We're just going to copy this and then go ahead to Amazon. And then we're going to paste and find it. You can see I just pasted it right here, and it looks like we found it right here. All right, so there we go. And again, we're not looking to make money on this. You wouldn't really make money on that. But pretty much now what you have to do is you have to make sure that the items match. So for clothing, you have to make sure, if you're buying, let's open this up for you guys. So you got to make sure you're buying the corresponding colors and sizes to the listing that you're ungating, right? It's pretty simple and basic stuff, but sometimes you'd be surprised, when you're a beginner, you're getting a bunch of stuff thrown at you. So pretty much, let's go ahead and I will match it up and I will show you guys. So real quick, I got it. As you can see, we're looking at this bright blue one right here, and it's a size small. And then as you can see, when we go to Target, size small and bright blue. So basically, depending on what you're going to be asked to get, typically, again, auto ungate for most people, this brand, or the simple 10 unit. So basically what you would do is you would go ahead and purchase 10 units. So let's do that. You've made it to the checkout. Now here you have to pay attention. When you make your seller account, you are going to provide a business address, and when you're looking to ungate, you have to match those two addresses up. So the reason I bring this up is because a lot of people like myself, when you start out, I started and I put, my address as a different address that the products were getting shipped to, because the products were getting shipped to my college dorm. Obviously, it's a college dorm. It changes every year, right? So you kind of get the idea. Your addresses have to match up, is what I'm saying. And for a lot of people, that actually ends up causing lots of confusion. So basically, when you're filling out this information, fill it out with your business information and, company credit cards if you have them. If you don't, again, kind of make do with what you have. But when you have all of these things set into place, it just makes the whole process a lot easier, and your chances to actually ungate happen a lot quicker. I personally did not end up buying the products, but when you do, you will get a confirmation invoice, or sorry, you will get a confirmation email to your email address. Okay, now you are going to get shipping confirmations, hopefully. You're going to get order confirmations. You're going to get the product itself. When you are going through the ungate process, which stay with me here because I'm going to show you the other screen, how you do it exactly, you are going to provide pictures of all of that. Now, you're going to just get regular email receipts, and sometimes retailers like Target can actually provide further documentation or invoices. And basically, you have to dumb it down for Amazon and do everything that they tell you. And the more you can show them, the better. Just think of it that way. So, again, whatever retailer you end up buying from, again, good ones, Target, Amazon, Walmart, right? If you're buying something from Amazon to ungate on Amazon, kind of hard for them to, not give you approval there, right? But you're going to try and get an invoice. So once you have done that, you are going to follow me for kind of the last step in this process. So the first step is you're going to add a product. I'm just going to use Google Images because in my opinion, it is the easiest to do. As you can see here, you literally just go to your home bar, the three little dots, and you press add a product. You are going to find out very quickly if you can sell it or if you can't. If you're a beginner, most likely you cannot sell anything besides auto ungates. So basically, once you copy the ASIN, so it would be this ASIN right here into the little search bar, it's going to give you the product. You're going to press on it, and then you're going to request approval. Now, when it's an auto ungate, it's going to say, congratulations, we gave you approval. But on the other hand, what this video is for is going to say selling application for brand, you're requesting to sell the brand, this is what you have to show us. That's all it is, nothing fancy. So pretty much you are going to take a look, and basically, guys, this is going to be the last portion of the video. It's going to be a couple minutes, but this is probably equally as important, probably more important. So just stick around, almost done. So, yeah. All right. So pay attention for this part. We are going to go down this little checkbox list step by step. So the first one, dated, within 180 days, that's pretty self-explanatory, but that's honestly not very important. You just want to make sure that you're following that. And then includes your name and address matching the information in your selling account. So that is what I mentioned on the Target checkout. That's very, very, very important. If you want to ensure the quickest, turnaround on these approvals, include the name and address of the manufacturer or distributor. So that's basically going to be evident in the actual invoices versus like email confirmations. And then show the combined purchase of at least 10 units. So notice here it says combined. Now for 10 units, that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You can do that with one purchase. But for the instances where it says purchase at least 100 or 200 units, basically you can break that up into multiple orders and then use something like PDF Filer, which is basically a tool that takes multiple PDFs and basically like compresses and puts them into one that you would then upload here. And that typically you'll have to do that sometimes just because not every place is going to allow you to purchase that many units in one go. And then another thing is you can't just upload unlimited files into this section here. The other two, the deleting the pricing and them contacting distributor, That's, you don't have to worry about that. That's just pretty standard stuff. But what you do have to worry about, now heading over into what you're actually uploading, is you're going to want to, again, provide everything, okay? Everything. For example, let's start. You're going to want to provide documentation of the fact that you purchased it. So bank statements, credit card statements, to show it's not stolen, it's good, you bought it, your company bought it, your storefront bought it. You're going to want to show an email showing that the product shipped, an email that the product arrived, an email saying you purchased the product, an invoice with distributor address, your payment, right? And then another thing you're going to want to do is actually take a picture of the physical product. Again, uh, you know, there's no such thing as too many photos when it comes to ungating specifically, just because, again, as time goes on, it's becoming more and more complicated. And so you're just going to want to do that. And then another tip that you're going to want to do when you upload any sort of written or, physical receipt like you get at the store, or a online receipt, is you're going to want to underline, circle, or highlight uh, any information specific to the product. So, for example, that ASIN that we bought, you would just highlight or circle or underline the name. So it would be like Jockey Men Underwear, size small, quantity 10. Those are all important things that you can highlight. And the beautiful thing about this ungating process is they're going to deny you a lot. And every single time that they deny you, you actually can just switch little things up in this process to help your odds out. So I'm going to talk about kind of the last part of this. And I kind of mentioned it here a little bit. It's kind of switching up little parts. So the file itself that you are going to, be uploading is also extremely important. You are going to want to provide the ASIN. You are going to follow that up by, the brand. So Jockey. So ASIN, Jockey, Ungate, and then the date. Every single time they deny you and you re-upload one, make sure you are changing the date. For example, today is September 6th. If I was doing this, I will show you. So if I was doing the invoice, this is exactly what I would do. So you don't have to overcomplicate it. ASIN underscore jockey, the brand, underscore the word ungate, underscore the date. So let's say I applied and then they denied me and it's the 6th, then I try again tomorrow. I would do, let's say, the same thing and then go 7. So once you got that down, you're pretty much good to go. The only other thing you have to basically do is right here. It's also going to ask you for, your email address and phone number. You should go ahead and put those in, and it's also going to require, sorry, not required, it's going to ask if you have any additional comments or notes or whatever. And, again, that's optional. And basically you're going to put like, hey, I provided the invoice for this ASIN for this brand, period. I have purchased 10 units with this card from, this distributor on this day. Again, you want to dumb it down to where, your 4-year-old cousin understands what you're doing, okay? I know it's tedious. I know it's silly, but that is what you have to do. After you have done all that, don't expect to get ungated on your first or second try. You might, but chances are a lot of you who are watching this video are beginners, and that's totally fine. Again, I'm going to make a video talking about kind of strategy, because, in my opinion, it's better to stick to auto ungates and kind of get sales like that, because there's still an abundance of opportunity with that, and you're going to build your account that way, and ungating is just going to be a lot easier. But yeah, don't expect to get it on the first or second time. Just expect to kind of grind at it and then change up many different details stemming from if you're circling, underlining, highlighting, or if you are putting certain things in the actual PDF file, you're going to want to change that up as well. So change all that up, and then just stay at it. So hopefully you guys found some value from this. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Very useful, tons of information. And again, don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. It's a long-term thing that is going to require time when you build your business, and it's completely normal. But stay tuned, because like I said, I'm going to be dropping a video where I talk about the actual beginner strategy, focusing on auto ungate brand. And if you guys made it to the end and you want to work with me directly, get help from me, basically have me pour everything that I know and I did from the beginning into you, then book a call to see if it's a good idea, if I think it's a good idea. And again, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you. Leave a comment on what you want to see, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.